Hello, I am making this video specifically just to say that I support Joe Biden in his 2024 re-election bid and that I don't think he should step down. I think Democratic calls from Democrats to have Joe Biden step down are not helpful, and all they're succeeding in doing is eroding American confidence in the president. Joe Biden does not need help in eroding American confidence in himself because he's really good, clearly, at doing that himself. So he's made it abundantly clear that he's not going to step down. Just look at his, I think it was on ABC, that interview that he did. He said, it would take God himself to make Joe step down. And I don't think God is going to get in contact with Joe before November and tell him not to run. There's maybe a chance Joe will have some kind of dream where Jesus comes to him and says, yo, don't run. But besides that, he's gonna run. So in my opinion, if it's really clear that he's gonna continue in the race, calls for him just to step down, saying things like people don't believe in his mental capacity anymore, stuff like that, is just not helpful, especially if you don't want Donald Trump to be in office. I think we heard a lot of the same rhetoric after the 2020 debate, because I'm sure most people remember that was also a really, really terrible debate. Both sides, it was just awful. But my point is, people were questioning Joe's mental abilities then. They were questioning his ability to run the country. And I think personally that Joe Biden has proven these last 4 years that he can do a really good job in the presidency. He's done a lot of good things for our country, and he's passed a lot of policy by working over the aisle with people on the right. I would like to end this video, though, by making more of a call or a plea to those on the right or those who have recently decided that they are going to vote for Donald Trump in the 2024 election to please reconsider and consider voting for Joe Biden instead. And the reason I say this is because Joe Biden demonstrates that he has more of your best interests at heart than Donald Trump does. The reason I say this is because Donald Trump has made it very clear that he wants to keep taxes for the rich low. And when I say rich, I mean the 1%. The billionaires, the millionaires, all of that. A majority of all voters, including Republicans, are not people of that status. They are middle class Americans, or they are people of lower socioeconomic statuses. When you keep doing tax breaks for those who are wealthy, somebody has to pick up the slack out, and that in Donald Trump's tax system is those people in the middle class, and it is those who are of lower socioeconomic statuses. You will be paying more taxes in Donald Trump's presidency than you would be in Joe Biden's, because Joe Biden wants to tax the 1%. He wants to tax them way more than they pay right now. There's a reason the 1% stays rich, and it's because they have a very, very large influence over our government. So the question I want to ask everybody, and I know that the kind of idea of this video changed from, why I think Joe Biden should stay in the re-election and his re-election efforts, to more of why we shouldn't vote for Donald Trump. But the question I want to leave with everybody, regardless of what your political standings are, whether you plan on voting or not, is why do we want the 1%, the most rich people, why do we want them to continue to get to have the most influence? Because that is very obviously not democracy. The number of billionaires and millionaires is minute compared to the number of Americans who are not billionaires and millionaires. So why, for the entire history of our country, have they been the ones to keep getting to make the decisions and keep influencing the government? If Donald Trump becomes president again, guess what? He's a billionaire. He has a lot more interest in keeping it that way and keeping it the way it's been than Joe Biden does. Thanks for watching. If you have any thoughts on this, please leave a comment. You know, if you hate everything I said in this video, I honestly would love if you left a comment and just told me your point of view, because, you know, I want to hear it. I want to hear everybody's point of view. Or if you loved it also, which probably isn't as likely, but I would also love to hear from you. So please, I greatly encourage you, leave comments and share your points of view and why you agree or disagree. Thanks for watching. Okay, bye.